So we have 9x minus 1 over 3 to the power x plus 1. So what we need to do is write this in terms of its prime number. So we have 3 squared to the power x minus 1 over 3x plus 1. So clearly now we can see that this is a square number, this is a square number, and there is a minus. Now we know this to be difference of two squares. So let's apply the same principle and rewrite this down. So this would actually be 3 to the power x plus 1 and 3 to the power x minus 1 over 3 to the power x plus 1. So we can clearly see that these two can be cancelled off. So my final answer would therefore be 3 to the power x minus 1. So let's look at the next example. We have 4 to the power x minus 9 minus 2 to the power x minus 3. So let's keep in mind the prime numbers. So let's say 2 squared to the power x minus 3 squared, right, over 2x minus 3. Now yet again clearly we can see here that we have a square, we have another square, and then we have a minus sign. So it's difference of two squares. So applying the same principle, this will be 2x minus 3, 2x plus 3 all over 2x minus 3. So these two cancel off, and I'm left with 2 to the power x plus 3. So we have 25 to the power x minus 36 over 5x plus 6. So let's rewrite the 25 in terms of the 5. So we have 5 squared x minus 36 over 5x plus 6. So let's multiply that through. That's 5 to the 2x minus 36 over 5x plus 6. Now looking at this, we can see that there is a square there, is a square numbers, and there's a minus sign, so difference of two squares. So keeping that in mind, our final answer would be 5x plus 6, 5x minus 6 over 5x plus 6. These two will cancel off, and we arrive at 5x minus 6. So we have 9 to the power x. This is a slight difference in this example, minus 3 to the power x minus 6. Okay, you'll see it's shortly the difference in technique we use. Keep in mind that you can use this technique as well in other examples that may come your way in the examination. So the 9 will be shown as 3 squared to the power x minus 3x minus 6 all over 3 to the power x minus 3. So the 3 squared and the 2x. Now I want to create a 3x, because if you look at this clearly, there's a 3 to the power x here and there's a 3 to the power x here. So I want to use this and create a 3 to the power x. So I can rewrite this down with this form, because remember 2 times x is the same as x times 2. So I can say 3x to the power 2 minus 3 to the x minus 6 all over 3 to the x minus 3. Now if you notice here, we have 3 to the x all the way here. So we have 3 to the x here, 3 to the x here, and 3 to the x here. Right, so we need to use this. Now we can't pull out common factor because there's no 3 to the x at the 6. So what we do here is we do something called let the 3 to the x equals k. Now by doing this here, we do a substitution. So let's substitute k in place of 3 to the x, and you'll be able to see it clearly. So we have k squared minus k minus 6 over k minus 3. So now we know we can factorize Now if we factorize this term here, we see that it's factorization of a trinomial. So let's factorize this and break it down further. So this would eventually be k minus 3 into k plus 2. Alright, all over k minus 3. So we know the k minus 3 will cancel off. So I'll be left with k plus 2. But k is equal to 3x. So my final answer would be 3x plus 2. So in this example, we have 4 to the power x minus 4 times 2 to the power x plus 3 all over 2 to the power x minus 1. So let's rewrite this down in terms of the base 2. Right, so we have 2 squared to the x minus 4 times 2x plus 3 all over 2x to the x minus 1. So likewise with the previous example, this x and 2 can be reversed because 2 times x is the same as x times 2. So we'll end up having 2 to the x, because remember, like I said, we want to create the 2 to the x. There's a 2 to the x here and there's a 2 to the x here. But our issue is this part here, so we can create the 2 to the x by inverting, or should I say swapping those terms, because the same is 2 times 3 is the same as 3 times 2, right? So keeping this principle in mind, let's continue. We have square there, minus 4 times 2 to the x plus 3 all over 2 to the x minus 1. So our next step would be let 2 to the x equals k. So let's substitute. We have k squared minus 4k plus 3 over k minus 1. Factorizing this term, we would have, remember, it's factorization of a trinomial. We would have k, right, and this would be minus 3 minus 1 over k minus 1. So cancelling these two off, I'll be left with k minus 3, and we know that k is equal to 2x minus 3, and that would be my final answer.